Okay, people. This I'll start off with this, and then I'll show y'all the geomagnetic storm. Um, and that's probably I won't cover too much tonight because it's getting late. It's 10:50 p.m. and I'm tired. And at least I got to spend some time with some beautiful Christians tonight, and help some children that needed to be around some good Christian folks. And so God worked all that out beautifully today. That was really enjoyable. And I'll elaborate further on some of them tomorrow. Anyway, so I'm going to remind y'all of this picture, which I had the video too. I took this at a 7-Eleven one day when I got off work. And I was on Princess Anne Road. And I got out my car to pump gas. It's back when my car was working. And I looked up and I'm like, what in the world is that in the sky? And I just kept looking. I'm like, oh, shoot, let me grab my phone out the car. And so you remember that cigar-shaped asteroid they were talking about? It kind of reminded me of that, right? That, cigar-shaped meteor, asteroid, whatever they're calling it. So, the one they named after that place in Hawaii. Anyway, so when you look at this thing, I wish I could blow it up for y'all. This is clearly a solid object, and whether these are horns or flappy ears or some kind of weird spacecraft with weird whatever. I mean, who knows? The dragon, maybe? Who knows? But then you get back here and it's got this part here, which is another odd shape. And then you got this. And then back here is like swirlies. And, I know that God created nature that it can make all kinds of shapes, even some shapes that some people claim can't be made in nature, like triangles and stuff. And I have to dispute that because I've actually taken pictures of insects that have square heads. And there's a new one. I don't know what kind of insect it is, but it has a triangle-shaped head, perfect triangle-shaped head. It's completely flat body. It's weird. So yes, nature can make a lot of shapes. The nature that God created, not limited like that. But this being in the sky, where you've got, all the wind turbulence going in different directions and blase blase, it would be hard to believe that wind and rain droplets or moisture could create these shapes like this with the details. And then even this one down here. So you got the darker area here, and you got this lighter area that comes out like this, right? Almost like a machine of some kind. And then it looks like it's blowing a big ball, this round, I don't know, that's weird. But this thing was definitely that, supposedly was a cloud. Supposedly. But it doesn't look like a cloud to me. But that's what was in the sky. So when I get wind shear and wind direction and variable winds and variable directions and different pockets of heavy moisture versus less moisture, denser rather, clouds, formations. So you get different colors, lighter, darker. This is just odd. But anyway, that's that. That's not really what I wanted to cover. It just happened to be what I had up. So let me show you the oh, right here. Okay, so I was looking down here as I always look at. Whoops. And I was watching this area, a lot of yellow, a lot of days of high geomagnetic activity, and then you see the little red, which is worse. And the red, I've always seen it go into a G storm, as they call it, anytime I see red. And then we got another one coming behind that. But anyway, this is a lot of, you got lighter green here, and then in the yellow and the red, and you see your yellow is putting you at 550, and red puts you up to 6, 7, 800, which would be your G1, G2, G3 storms. But anyway, so I kind of figured that when I looked at that. And you see the radial velocity up here for Earth, because this is Earth. That's the Sun. This is Earth. This is stereo B. This stereo A. So anyway, sure enough, when I went up here and scrolled across this, there it is, the G1. So this is none for the radio satellite interference and none for the G storms, right? But let me mention this while I'm here. So for the last few weeks, we've had a lot of these, which they've only been in the 1%, but I don't know how great that 1% is. But it's still, this is the frequency interference for radio and satellite. So it's electromagnetic pulses that are still hitting the Earth, whether it's the part of the radiation stuff coming off the sun. Maybe the fourth angel, like I keep saying, I think the fourth angel already poured out the vial on the sun, and the sun has begun to scorch us in the last couple of years. It's also increased in brightness, so has the moon. But that's Isaiah 30:26. But anyway, so yes, G1 minor, as they're calling it, and I'm assuming that these 2 days will be changed as well. And they may not be, but looking at the charts, see where we were before that. We were just at just okay. G1's right here, so we're just touching the G1, and see how the day started there, and we'll see how the 19th is starting out this high already. So maybe, because I don't think it's going down yet. I think we're going to see this, and we're going to see this area, as we have a few days that it stays pretty high. And then there's been some crazy things going on with this, which I took some still shots yesterday and the day before because I wasn't up to doing the show, but I wanted to save it, so I have those to share with y'all. But I don't think I'm going to do it tonight. I'll probably do it tomorrow night. But anyway, that's that. And let's take a quick look at the earthquakes. Have been pretty minor today, compared to what they have been. I've been a little concerned with Alaska because of they've been having quite a few 4.5, 4.7s here lately. So hopefully it doesn't lead up to something bigger. Also, over here, there's been an uptake, and yesterday Puerto Rico was hit with a lot again. So they're still in a swarm, and they don't understand this. You know, the scientists say they don't understand swarms yet. Like, you know, what causes 950 earthquakes in a month when the place doesn't normally get 900 a year? And then, well, they get more than that, but I'm just giving an example of what I read on the research. And what is causing, but you know, but California, remember when they started that last year in that whole new area, like it's creating a new fault line. But, and this one's weird up here. I've never seen one up here before. It's even part of it's off the map. So it's the first time I've seen one there. Not to say that they don't occur. You know, they may have so many a year or something. But Alaska was pretty calm today too. Thank the Lord for that. So anyway, I have lots to talk with y'all about, but maybe we'll do it tomorrow night, because I'm a little tired. And I gotta get up in the morning to go to work for a whole hour. uh, I gotta go make that $6 after taxes. And it's gonna be, I think it's supposed to be raining. Yeah, actually I think it's supposed to start tonight. And then Friday night, remember I was bragging about all our warm weather. So Friday night or Thursday night, I have to look at the thing again, but it looks like we will get some snow, because, you know, there's going to be participation for like, or a high chance of participation for like 8 to 9 hours, and our temperatures are going to be below freezing. And Friday morning, see here, like I said, whatever the temperature is, you can add anywhere from 8 to 12 to 14 degrees. It's summertime, you can add 14 to, or 10 to, usually 10 to 12 degrees hotter than what they say the temperature is going to be, because our humidity is so high. And when it's cold, what they call the wind chill factor, because our humidity is so high, and then so it's going to be, what did they say? 31, but it's going to feel like 19, or 32, but it's going to feel like 19. And that's Friday morning after the sun rises. It's going to be like that. So that's going to be pretty uncomfortable, and the wind's going to be, you know, really strong winds. So hopefully, which I took video today of some big tree down, you know, roots up out the ground, toppled over, um, when I was walking to the store. I'll share that with y'all tomorrow too. But anyway, so yeah, we're going to have more trees down somewhere. Because we're going to be getting a lot more rain the day before, or snow. And I'm pretty sure we'll get snow this time. A lot of times they call for snow. We don't see it here. Especially right here on the East Coast, right on the water. Because there's so much salt in our air, I guess. But anyway, we will have that really cold temperature, and then it'll be back in the 50s and 60s. Like today, it was only supposed to hit 64, but at some part today, I'm telling you, I know it was 73. And yesterday, it was only supposed to hit 50 something, and I know it in the sun was at least 67. Beautiful for February, beautiful. But now we got a little cold snap coming through, and then it'll warm back up to the 50s next week. But so I heard this January broke the records for the warmest January um, for the world, and it looks like February is going to do that as well. And I think a lot of countries are going to have record-breaking participation amounts this year too. Anyway, so my plan is to do a show tomorrow evening